okay. I've got 45 minutes to rant, or 45 seconds.
Seconds, yeah.
Or are we already broadcasting?
Well, I think where we should be. Let's see. Now that's why we do this. I don't see anything on YouTube. Oh, here we go. I think we're on.
All right. I'm waiting with bated breath. Just a minute. Let me get the
There we
scotch.
are. 20. Now we got to. No, shoot. Now we have to start. We actually have to do this.
Me.
La da do. La da do do.
Let me get the throat lozenges. The
Oh,
breath
brace
mints.
yourself.
Breath mints.
Brace yourself. How about that?
Hi, Bob.
Holy smoke. Once again.
Put that ouzo down.
All right. We should be. This should be the ouzo crawl instead of the coffee crawl today.
Yeah, right. For at least one of us, it is.
Yeah. Well, I guess, what do you say here? It's not a coffee crawl, but good morning, Harry.
How do we do this?
The other way.
Backhanded. Did the crashing and tinkling sound
in sequence
go out?
All right.
You should have a car crash sound.
Oh, yeah. Skidding tires and then coffee
right,
smashing.
Right.
Well, today we're not doing a coffee crawl, so to speak, but this is an episode of Curts.Camera where we're going to show off Harry's vacation pictures to Greece. Holy smoke, Greece.
Holy smokes, yeah.
I'm gonna guess you had a pretty good time over there.
It was nice, yeah. The weather was every day in the high 60s to mid 70s.
Oh.
It was sunny every day except one. We had some rain, but visited a number of islands. Got to go around Athens and see the big sites like the Acropolis.
Nice.
And I spent 4 days. Actually, I did a lot of photography during the 4 days I spent in Athens before the island trip started. So that was fun.
And had you been to Greece before?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Oh, a couple of times. So
yeah, I think in 2005 I was there for a week and spent a lot of time driving in southwestern Greece, and then I was there again in 2012. So I took a trip that was billed as a tour in the footsteps of St. Paul.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I mean it was really pretty interesting. It was archaeologically based. The tour guide was, could read all the Greek and Latin inscriptions. We went to cities and saw actually where ancient synagogues had been excavated. And you could always tell which one was a synagogue because it had a menorah on the doorstep carved into the marble.
Wow.
And what that meant to me was, I'd been teaching Bible as literature for a number of years by that time. And, the Jewish diaspora that began in the 6th century before Jesus was a real thing. It was spread out all over the Mediterranean. There were synagogues everywhere, and that's where Paul went on his journeys. He started out preaching in synagogues because, of course, he was Jewish, and the first thing he would do is go preach to other Jews about the new Messiah.
Yeah.
And so it kind of brought that whole world into focus as a reality for me.
Wow, that sounds like a great trip.
It was very interesting. Yeah.
Oh, well, with that in mind, were you able to purchase any souvenirs when you were there?
Yeah, I have a friend. Oh, you mean like coffee crawl merch? I tell you, there were coffee crawl cups everywhere. Yeah, I thought of a coffee crawl merch that we should have. Didn't you put up a hoodie? Are you wearing a coffee crawl hoodie?
A hoodie. It's funny that you should say that. I do have a hoodie.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I thought,
and it's nice. It's lightweight. Camera. It's very comfortable.
There was something. a piece of merchandise slipping my mind right now, but it was
Not only that,
honestly, it was a genius thing that occurred to me. And
huh?
and that's genius spelled the way Kanye West spells it, Genuis. Sorry.
No worries.
I'm
Well, that being said,
gonna our vast audience. I wouldn't want to offend
the
anybody,
vast,
Paul.
yeah, the vast audience member.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob.
Our audience is up in the
Yeah, and
ones, I
Linda.
think.
Well, Linda's here. Linda's here.
Up in the
We
twos.
have
Oh
two.
man,
We've
Linda.
doubled our
I hope you
audience.
weren't offended by my misspelling of genuous.
Oh, oh, by the way, uh, should you happen to feel obliged, we would appreciate a subscription from you, a like, and a comment. Well, that would be just
Yeah,
great. It
yeah.
would really be neat. No
So long as
kidding.
it's a good comment.
Yeah. Oh, nothing,
If you have
nothing
something
bad.
bad to say, keep it to yourself.
Nothing
We're not
bad.
interested in any kind of
No.
criticism,
We
constructive or mean
we're
spirited.
deleting anything we don't like.
Yeah, what's the point of controlling this if we can't really control it? The First Amendment is for us.
As long as we have fun.
Yeah.
Well, okay. How about some pictures?
Oh
Oh,
no.
look at that.
Wow. Okay. First, my first disclaimer is, I I was walking around Athens and noticed that I was photographing exactly the same kinds of things I photographed walking around LA. And I was telling Kurt this. I told a friend about that, and his response was, "It would be surprising if you went somewhere and photographed something completely different."
Yeah, it would be weird.
So I guess, yeah. So a lot of what you'll see is, uh, things like this.
So
Athens has a lot of graffiti.
this is not particularly a vacation slideshow of the Acropolis and all the touristy things you did. This is your photographic interpretation of Greece.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I think that's
And I hasten to add, I got to
perfectly
add,
valid.
it's selective because I would not want to give the impression that Athens is a ruin.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I noticed things that looked photographically interesting,
Yeah.
and of course didn't bother photographing all the buildings that were in great shape.
Yeah.
I noticed, that occurred to me once, that you don't often see photographic books on really spiffy neighborhoods. You have to go to real estate offices for
Yeah.
that.
Unless it's designed to show something off.
Yeah, yeah. You see books of poorer neighborhoods and
Yeah.
poorer people,
Yeah.
um, not the really really affluent. And I had a friend in Detroit. Anytime he photographed affluent people, it was sort of with an ironic point of view. It's like,
Mm,
so these are the rich and famous.
yeah.
It was rarely anything that complimented them. So I think there's something about the sensibility of most photographers that is,
You feel
what
there's a
would you
story
say?
there that needs to be told more than somebody driving around in
Yeah,
a Mercedes.
yeah, right. Yeah, who wants to read about that or
Yeah.
look at that?
Yeah. Oh, no, these are really nice though. I mean, that's got some structure and it's got your typical stylized shape. What's the word I'm looking for? A montage of shapes.
Yeah,
I like that.
that tends to be what I'm attracted
Yeah,
to.
that's what catches your eye.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that a,
textures.
is that a doorway perhaps that's about ready to fall into the ground?
No, it's a window,
Oh, window.
and this
Okay.
is this is a wall in a building that hasn't been restored. Yeah,
Did you
we
see a
went
lot?
through. This is actually only about 25% of what you see at the
Oh, okay.
most, because most of the buildings in Athens, look like well-kept buildings anywhere.
Uh-huh.
They do have a lot of graffiti on well-kept wall surfaces, but
So
they're also
I could have inserted my pictures of downtown LA and called it Athens, and nobody
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
would know. Yeah,
If there's no
that makes
English
perfect sense. Yeah,
in the signage, nobody
yeah,
would know.
yeah. Nice colors in this one, Rich.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly what I'm responding to.
Hmm.
Color, shape, design, contrast.
Well, we've talked about this before. When you're looking around and you just casually say, "Hey, look at that," well, that's when you should take a picture.
Right. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
3 minutes has
And
gone by.
yeah, and I've noticed. Yeah, that's the other rule. Yeah, I've noticed that if I take two or three pictures of the same scene, it's almost always the first picture that I wind up selecting
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what I initially responded to.
In my
That's
mind,
the
when
one
that
that
happens, when I ended up taking two or three pictures, it's because I'm worried that I didn't get the first one right. But it's the first one that I really am focused on.
yeah,
The other ones are
yeah,
just sort of backup insurance pictures.
yeah.
Boy, that looks like two different slides stuck together.
Yeah, doesn't it? I think when I might have posted this on Facebook, I called it triptych because
Oh,
there are three distinctly separate
right.
sections.
Yeah, exactly.
On the right, the center, and then
The
the
tire and the
disreputable,
yeah,
yeah, tire in the yard to the side.
yeah. If you just blink for a second, that turns into three separate pictures.
Yeah,
Oh, who Vermeer? Is this your Vermeer homage?
yeah, I guess. I walked by this, and what I immediately looked at was the figure in the lower right.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't see that?
feet.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody, I guess this is a storefront,
Oh,
and it's not open yet for the day,
yeah.
or maybe it's already closed. But the uh, store owner has covered up the display.
I'll be back.
There's another one in there. Oh, this is
Oh,
it.
there we
Yeah,
go.
same thing. Yeah,
Same store?
no, different store.
Oh, it looks like the same feet.
No, it's different.
Well, mannequin feet. I guess you'd have to be a real expert to tell them
Yeah,
apart, right?
they all look the same.
That's good. Again, it looks like more than one picture overlay.
Yeah, and there's not a fur in sight.
Oh, the irony. Well, I guess Amber
But
was
it
there.
it was getting me too that there's a combination of English words and transliterations into English of Greek words.
Yeah. And not only
You
that,
don't know if that's yeah.
this guy has gone to the trouble of copywriting his.
Yeah, right. Oh boy, I can see I'm in trouble.
Don't let him see it.
Yeah, really. It's a good thing. It's a good thing we only have one follower.
Yeah. We have two.
And Bob, you didn't do this, did you?
No. Oh, I think Linda's watching TV today.
Uh,
Oh, look at that. Boy, that's a nice, looks like somebody actually went in and designed. Okay, now you do over here. You got the next
yeah,
section. You've got section 3 over here.
yeah. There's a lot of different stuff, and I think this is right. It is right next to an archaeological site. That little signpost
Yeah.
in the bottom center.
Uh huh.
That's the plaque that tells you what you're looking at, even though the more interesting stuff is behind you.
How did you get on the wrong side of that fence? It looks like it's designed to keep you out.
I can't answer the
No, no,
Greek
no.
police.
Have you noticed
No,
how
no, I'm
universal the graffiti style is?
yes, I have.
This looks like it could be anywhere. I mean, the letters and the
Yeah,
I like
right.
it.
I wouldn't say, oh yeah, there's a Greek style of graffiti. It is,
No, it's yeah. I like it.
it's on the face of it, it looks universal,
This
and
is pretty colorful.
there's something that an expert might find distinctive
Yeah,
about
Yeah, I'll bet
stuff
if
in
you studied it.
Athens, but yeah, it's kind of apart from the fact that it's all always located on a wall.
Yeah.
Uh, you always recognize it as a graffiti style,
Uh-huh.
bright colors.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of nice there.
Yeah, that's an unusual graffiti. That's more
Yeah.
like a portrait.
Yeah, that somehow reminds me of I don't know how widespread this is, but there's some people around the Los Angeles area for our international viewers that paint on these phone utility boxes. They're about 4 feet high, and
Oh yeah.
people will paint portraits or murals or something on those. And I don't
Hmm.
know if it's official or allowed or anything, but it's fairly common around here where we live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always think there's something official about it because, especially over in Pasadena,
Yeah.
somebody has chosen wise sayings,
Yeah.
and they're usually philosophically in the
Yeah.
direction of more liberal,
Yeah. Certainly not offensive.
open-minded thinking. Yeah,
And
right.
the guy signs them usually with his website. So, yeah, you're probably right. That's a good one.
This
That's
one,
really
yeah,
good. You have some good graffiti artists over there.
yeah. I mean, that's part of that wall graffiti we looked
Oh,
at
same one.
2 pictures ago. Yeah, it's the Mad Owl.
Oh, I was looking at that one before in the other picture. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like the lips. 19 lips. Man, are these were all pictures, independent pictures I took, or individual pictures?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, the I didn't realize I got up so close as to photograph
Oh,
just that
yeah. This is
owl.
a separate
Yeah. Oh,
file. Yeah.
nice. I mean, I shouldn't be saying it's nice, but oh,
Well,
nice.
I hope you like it.
Yeah. And I like these. But either probably it's just randomly. Well, this is not by any means randomly drawn.
Yeah.
This is really an attempt to invoke the spirit of ancient art.
Yeah. With the statue, the statue eyes and hair.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a
Yeah.
portrait. It's a portrait of a statue
Yeah.
in the Greek style.
Yeah.
That could be Hollywood, except for the Greek flags.
Yeah. Right. It's Greek town.
Greek to me. Somebody had to say it.
And this, I like this because this is the seed bed of the ancient artists. They must have all had some kind of workshop training, and here is the workshop for young Greek artists today. They're
Oh
out on the
yeah,
steps of the National Museum of Archaeology.
they're working
This
it.
is a group of art students, yeah, and the guy over on the left is their teacher. And
How cool.
yeah, I stood there and watched, and he was going around and critiquing everybody's drawings.
Well, if you were an art student, wouldn't you want to go to Greece?
Well, Greece or Paris,
Yeah,
sure, that would, or New York.
yeah.
I mean, some place where there, or Italy,
Yeah. Oh, Italy for
obviously.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just an inch or two on the map. Italy, you could go.
Oh yeah,
Take.
you could be there. You could be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm there now. You don't know it,
Oh,
but
I just
I
spotted the
like
guy in the
them.
bottom right corner.
Yeah, I like the mural, and then I saw the guy in the bottom right, and I thought, well, okay.
Is that the teacher?
No, no, that's just a guy sitting smoking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A
And
moment.
the mural is not part of
Oh.
any scene on the grounds of the National Archaeological Museum.
Mm,
That's a fascinating place, by the way.
I'm sure.
I've been through there before, and they have exhibits that show how the statues in the ancient world were actually brightly colored.
No kidding. You never
Yeah,
think of
yeah.
that. Well, I never think of that.
No, yeah, we think all the ancient statues were white marble, but
Yeah.
they have statues that still have traces of the ancient color.
Oh, wow, that changes everything.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
There we
So
go. There's a
yeah,
Harry Smallenberg photo.
that's yeah, right. But what really appealed to me about that was, I mean, that's really two different worlds.
Yeah.
The world,
Yeah.
the world inside the window, and the world reflected, the kind of gritty street world behind it.
Yeah, with the nice clothing and the jewelry and stuff, and right behind it is the street.
Yeah, with all the graffiti. Two different kinds of graffiti:
Yeah.
affluent graffiti and
Yeah.
ordinary person graffiti. And I like this because of the tree in front of the graffitied wall.
Uh-huh. What's behind the tree?
That looks like a bull with a happy face on its side.
Yeah.
One of those ordinary things you see whenever you walk around.
Of course, everywhere.
Yeah. Actually, I knew an art history teacher in Detroit who asked me. I never got around to doing it, but she asked me to go around and do pictures of graffiti here in LA
Yeah.
because she wanted to teach graffiti as part of her contemporary art course.
Yeah. Seems like a good idea. There's a lot to look at.
Yeah, I just like the shapes and the colors, and
Mm-hmm.
especially that it looks like a planter on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Those two ancient weathered windows.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Kind of
this one.
nice weathered texture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's really very creative, and I have to say, it is its own. Is it graffiti is its own genre,
Of
and maybe
course.
that's why you can always, it looks so similar from country to country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is a picture from Hadrian's library.
Huh.
It's an ancient site that was excavated almost in the middle of Athens.
Jeez.
In fact,
So
it's
that's
down behind the uh, uh, oh man, the Parthenon hill.
Parthenon.
Yeah,
So those, at the risk of sounding really ignorant here, that's what, 4,000 years old?
this is about 2600. Oh
26.
no, it's I think Hadrian's library is just after the birth of Jesus. So
Oh, okay. So
yeah, about,
only missed it
20.
by 2,000 years.
Yeah, that's okay.
Close.
Time means nothing once you get past last week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, do I remember anything before 1942? No.
No.
Do I remember anything before 2020? No.
Last week.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
But
that's nice.
I just thought this was a nice scene. I wound up turning it into black and
Yeah,
white.
I was gonna say that makes a nice black and white.
Yeah. These are steps going up to Philoppolis Hill.
Huh?
Philoppolis was an ancient poet, and this is across the valley from the Acropolis. It makes a nice hike. Just walk up to the top, and you have a completely different panorama. The panorama you almost never see because you're always looking down from the Acropolis.
Uh huh. Oh. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
we got through them all, and
So quickly.
within our allotted time.
Yeah. How'd we do on the? Well, close enough. Who cares? Yeah. Well, great. Do you have more?
Oh man, I took 800 pictures,
800.
and what I did for this little show is try to get through the pre go around, see the island pictures. So
Oh,
now I've
that'd be
got to
nice.
start editing,
Well,
selecting and editing the pictures from the islands.
great.
And of course, trying to fit that in with a lot of other activities. So
Hmm.
maybe I'll get to that soon. Maybe I won't.
Well, I should mention that we were really happy to see Harry's Greek pictures, but part of the reason we didn't have a coffee crawl this week is because our stop on the Blue Line,
Yeah.
it was just office buildings, and you can have an office building, you could have Athens, so we chose Athens. So
Yeah.
we've got the
Actually, except for the Greek writing, you wouldn't have known the difference.
no, not
We
really. It
should
was,
have
and he
just
was
said, "Yeah,
even
we
boring
were."
for downtown LA.
Well, no, we should have said, "This is where we. These are our blue line pictures from last week."
Although I will say that we decided to go back to the coffee shop that we went
Yeah,
to, I think
yeah,
2 weeks ago,
yeah.
and we got an even warmer welcome from the people at the American coffee shop on, I
They
think it's
were
12th
sweet.
and
Yeah, they
Flower. They
were
were
wonderful.
just great. They're so nice in there. We can't wait to go back. We should just go
Yeah,
there next week.
yeah. We're gonna have to figure out something to take pictures of around there
Yeah,
because the food's so
gotta
good.
find something because the coffee
Yeah,
shop is so nice.
yeah. You may
Well,
wind up getting food pictures from us after all this.
my empanada.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, one more chance. We got the merch for sale, and we got we got the whining and the begging for the subscriptions. It's really it'd be nice if you helped us out.
The
And
whining and the begging, I think, is the best
the
part.
whining and the beg. Here's we are. I try to keep it to a minimum. They know what to do. It's not their first YouTube video, but well, that'd be nice. We got one. All right. Well, anyway, nice to see you again, Harry, and
Yeah, you too. Look forward. I'll see
Clink.
you on Tuesday, I guess. Oh yeah, crash. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday.
Earthquake sounds. This is on the Richter scale, so pay attention.
There we go.
Boom.
That one should have worked. Okay.
Yeah, that's about a 6, I'd
And
say.
we plan to go. We're running out of time on the Blue Line because I got to get back by a certain time. But we're gonna try to get one more stop, and I believe it was USC Exposition
Yeah,
was the next stop. So we're gonna try to do that on Wednesday, and then hopefully we'll see you on Sunday at 10 a.m. And with
that's
that in
when we'll be
mind,
here. Yeah. Cheers. Thanks
cheers.
for watching.
See you later, Harry.